Welcome to Pimpy's Investment Chat, where we keep investment talk simple. And here's your host, Pimpy.
What is going on out there, peeps? All right, I want to come back and respond to the comments under the video I did with this picture right on the front. Yes, we're going to get into that. There's some good comments down there. There's some questions, like usual, whenever there's a video I put out and there are a lot of views, I usually like to go back to the comments and just respond to them. Usually it's on the Nasera Jacera videos, but recently there's been a lot of talk about exchange rate changes over in Iraq. In addition to that, there's a lot of people that don't understand how exchange rates happen and what it is that needs to be done before an exchange rate change can happen, or especially an RI, which is a reinstatement. Before we get into that, though, do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button. If you are not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. Right now is a great time to be investing into gold and silver. The values of them both are going up. There's a huge anticipation that Putin is moving us all into the gold standard. I'm looking forward to that. Sound money is always a great investment. If you're going to buy gold and silver, go check out our friends over at Money Metals Exchange. The link will be down below in the description. You need to hurry, though. Yeah, there is a large volume of people buying up gold and silver. As word spreads, people are trying to get their hands on their portion. You can see right here on Money Metals' website, it tells you, due to extreme order volume, you may experience a shipping delay of up to 2 days. Now, that's not too bad. Also, take a look at this. Get a free gold back. That's right. I have a whole set of these. I love these. It's actually got legitimate gold on the back of these dollars. The world's first voluntary, spendable, interchangeable, small denomination physical gold. Place an order of at least $200 by March 31st. It will bonus you a free gold back. Beautifully made, currency containing 0.99. That's 4 nines fine silver. They are beautiful. I have them in my collection. So if you're thinking about going to buy gold and silver, again, go check out our friends over at Money Metals Exchange. The link will be down below in the description. If you are a first-time buyer and you spend more than $100, use promo code Pimpy, P-I-M-P-Y, and you'll get a free half ounce of silver. All right, let's go through and see them all, good, bad, and ugly. People always go, Pimpy, why do you always show all the trolls on there? There's no reason not to. I mean, they don't bother me at all. I don't care. Actually, some of them are entertaining, to be honest with you. Let's see here. It says, it would seem that our countries would be telling them to get their act together, that we are not going to wait any longer. Well, here's the thing. Who or anybody to be telling other people what to do with their countries? That's the problem in how we got in this fuss in the first place. You see, the United States has a habit, in case you haven't figured this out yet, is sticking their nose into other people's business or using events as an excuse to go do regime change. This isn't no different. When Gaddafi and Saddam Hussein were talking about getting away from the petrodollar and going to a dinar or even a gold-backed dinar, next thing you know, we had regime change. Sorry to say, but that's what happens. So you can tell people what you want all the time. Doesn't mean they're going to agree with it. But you are correct in your assessment of the IMF and World Economic Forum. Yeah, I appreciate that, Mitchell. Yeah, it's. They're not good people, man. They act like they're good people, but they really are not. No more war. The factor you're not considering when it comes to oil is the labor component is very low. It's not like manufacturing factory where labor is a significant component of cost and the sale price of oil is set internationally. It won't vary due to labor component since many of the upper jobs are held by foreign workers, engineers that are trained in the West. Okay, I don't get your point. So oil prices go up and down based on supply and demand. The market dictates the value. That's what I'm taking in consideration. I'm not sure where you're going with that. Bruce, down below his comment says, I'm pretty sure the reason America went in and destroyed Iraq and killed its citizens wasn't about weapons of mass destruction, but more so the fact that Iraq wanted to trade their oil in euros instead of the dollars. Yeah, so I know they were working on their own trade dollar. I know the Arab Monetary Fund does trade under what's called the Iraqi Dinar. I heard so many rumors and stories about, Gaddafi as well as Saddam Hussein wanted to get away from the petrodollar. So that could have been the reason for their death, unfortunately. But I think it has more to do with the fact that neither one of those countries had a central bank in them at the time. And I mean at the time because there's one now. But at the time, neither one of them had a central bank, and they would not allow one in there because it's run by the Rothschilds. And that seems to be the status quo of countries who do not have central banks. Pink Fox 56. Nader from the Middle East said he loves Pimpy in the comments on his video. Yeah, I'm a fan of Nader's. I like what he has to say. In my opinion, Nader's not into this just to be blowing smoke up people's butt. He actually just lets you know what's on their mind as an individual that comes from over in Iraq. So he just shares his opinion, because I've heard people complain, talk about, he doesn't know this, he doesn't know that. Well, he's not trying to peddle off dinar. He's not trying to sell dinar. He's not trying to sell anything. It's a gentleman that lives over there. He's got a family right over in Iraq, and he's just saying from a citizen's point of view, this is what's on my mind. I dig Nader. It's pretty cool. Tom, I send the love right back. He was talking about how cheap it was for an American to go to Iraq and how it cost a fortune. Yeah, I saw that video. Kudos to Pimpy from Iraq. Yeah, I responded to that video, by the way. So, yeah, I know what he's talking about. And I would imagine, with the fees and everything else, it's ridiculous. But I've done a couple of videos now saying, look, this is the difference between out of country and having a business in Iraq versus being in Iraq and either having a business that's in Iraq or out of Iraq, how expensive it can be to run businesses. Mr. P, we all need to keep in mind that Iraq has always had infighting between the different tribes. That will never stop. Yeah, it's actually been going on, I think, for 2,000 years. Yeah, absolutely. I believe that. I agree, Lunchbox. And that is why they will never be united and never have a government free of corruption. No unity. They can't even pick a president. I want to be more optimistic than pessimistic. I agree with what you're saying, and I understand what you're saying. But when I see what it is that Sauter's trying to do, which is not the status quo, that at least gives you hope. Now, Sauter is a Shiite person, and they've been running the government since 2003. But right now, Sauter wants an inclusive government, and that has a little bit of everybody in there. Really, I was not expecting this from Sauter, considering he's a nationalist and a hardliner. But, he wants everything to be for and by the Iraqi people. And I love and respect that. So let's hope that that's the start of something a lot better for Iraq. They will not RI or IV until they change the way the government is set up and are unified under one strong leader, not three different leaders all looking out for their own party's wants and needs. Yeah, we have that same issue here in the United States. They are corrupt, and all they care about is their own interests and the special interest groups that they work for. They don't care about the American people. They don't like us. They never did. Yes, Pimpy, in regards to the other side of the story, people should do their own research and will find perhaps the uncomfortable truth. Here's my thing. I have my own opinion. I just share it with people. Take it as you will. When it comes to the Iraqi dinar, people go, that's fraud. It's a scam. No, it's a currency, just like any other currency you invest in. What you do is you hope you pay X amount of dollars for it, and then all of a sudden it revalues, and then you make X amount of dollars off of it. It could be for any countries. That's why it's not a scam. You could do that in real life. There's Forex trading. I knew the dinar was not a scam. I knew it wasn't a fraud. I understand what people are trying to do when you invest into the Iraqi dinar. But for me, it's like the reality of things are in the probability. What is the probability that this will happen? Now, it's not very high because of all the different things, because of all the different factors that feed into the revaluing or feed into the reinstatement of the Iraqi dinar. But as far as the revaluing, if they could just stay out of trouble and continue to move forward like they have been and start rebuilding that country and focusing on the people, there's great hope that you'll see an RV happen more than one time, and eventually it'll get up there to where we would like it to be, that's for sure. Raise the rate. Yeah, that'd be nice. Listen to Nader. He is calling on you to use your platform and speak in support of increasing the value and also exposing all of the talk by the Iraq government saying that raising the rate would hurt the poor. No, no, no. I don't think anybody's saying raising the rate would hurt the poor. What they're saying is they realize that devaluing the currency definitely affects the poor. Raising the rate would help the poor, that's for sure. I agree. I don't think anybody's saying that raising the rate would hurt the poor. What they're saying is raising the rate, if it's not done correctly, could affect the economy. And then, you end up taking 10 steps back instead of steps forward because this wasn't planned out correctly. I don't know why you think Nader's a joke. Again, he's just a gentleman that lives over there, just sharing his opinion as a man who lives in Iraq. Let's just say he's responding here. It says Frank 26 and all the other gurus are a joke. Nader's just a guy who lives in Iraq and has suffered the penalties of an artificially devalued currency for a couple of decades now. I have a lot more sympathy for him than I do some guy who is dressed up in a clown outfit and presents like he lives in Hawaii while making money off of his this. Oh, yeah, I've had my run-ins. Whenever you are making videos on YouTube, and if it's a subject that's popular, and you have other people out there who make videos on the subject, it's sooner or later you end up crossing paths, and most likely people who are competitive or you become a threat to them, they will attack you. I mean, I never thought it possible, but as time went on, I was like, what are these people pissed about? When all you do is come on here and share your opinion. And sure enough, man, next thing you know, you're bumping heads. But I've never had no problems with them. Anybody want to go head to head in the debate, I'd be more than happy to smack them all over the YouTube. But, most of them I've already been through with that and did what I had to do. There was nothing more to say. I don't need to go back and forth with them. Sometimes I get bored and I'll have fun with them, but other than that, that's about it. The truth of the matter is that's just their opinion. These are my opinions. I just can't stand when they start implementing religion and God and trying to make you feel guilty or sorry or hopeful based on lies. I can't stand that. Stop misleading people. Just be honest. They would respect them more, in my opinion. So Tanisha, I hope I said your name right. She's all laughing at Leatherwood's comments. That is funny. SSDD, I look, listen, and then laugh at all of you and the others. Bozo Gurus, Mark Z, and Frank 26 especially. Okay. Well, good. As long as you're entertained, that's all that matters. Nader from the Middle East addressed Pimpy directly in his latest video, on his latest YouTube post. Yep. In a post, I think I need to go back and check out the post, but I definitely heard the video. Very informative content. You are appreciated. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you, Pimpy. Thank you. Sorry, but your commentary makes no sense. Okay. The IQD exchange rate has been low for 20 years. Actually, I believe it's now 30 years. And where are these goodwill investors to improve their economy? Well, here's the problem. It's kind of hard to lure in outside investors if the outside investors feel in any way, shape, or form that their investment is threatened or they can lose the money they invest in the country. That's why it's important for the country to be stable and safe. You don't want no uprisings, and you definitely don't want no ISIS or any other terrorist groups in there. So that's the reason why you don't have a lot of outside investors. But I would imagine they're ready to come in now because Iraq's done one heck of a job of getting things back on track. They've showed up, did they? So why not increase the exchange rate? Because it's definitely helped the people. They can wait for outside investors to save the economy. When hasn't happened already? Why hasn't it happened already? I think is where you're going with this. So a couple of things. My commentary doesn't make no sense. I don't know what part don't make sense. And outside investors, look, if you are a person that has, let's say, $10 million and you're looking to invest, but there's something about it in Iraq that draws your attention. You're like, hey, this looks like the place for me to go invest. But there's a good chance that whatever money you put into that country, you could lose it because of uprisings or because of some terrorist group comes in, like ISIS did, and establishes a caliphate and tries to take over the country, and you lose everything. So there's always that risk, especially when it's your money. You want to make sure that if you're going to invest in the country, that you absolutely positively know that you are safe, your business is safe there as well. Here's ID 77 again. He makes no sense. Sure. Hey, Nader from the Middle East. There he is. All right, Nader, I'm reading this. Okay, let's see here. Pimpy, I agree with you on something. I think you're saying something. I'm just a little caught here. I'm not sure what you're saying, but I know what you mean by this part right here. Now, everybody's coming out playing experts, and it's okay to devaluation, but not okay to reevaluate. For us as business people, will be easier to have one number installed of a million things will cost a lot less and our expenses to it. Okay. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying right there. Hold on. If the dinar revalues in Iraq and Iraqi people would be a lot. I think a lot of people have this impression that, hey, look, if it was so easy to devalue, why can't they just revalue? Well, they've revalued. So it's not revaluing we're looking for. I think what everybody's really wanting is the reinstatement of the old rate of $3.22. Again, there's a difference between a revaluation and a reinstatement of the rate because revaluations have been going on. As you can see, December 2020, they revalued it and devalued it is what they did. And I'm not denying that increasing, whether it's RVing and increasing the value of the dinar or even reinstating the rate, I'm not denying that it wouldn't benefit the people. It absolutely would. If they're going to move forward and they're going to increase the rate of the dinar to benefit people, I'd rather them take their time and do it 100% the right way so that it doesn't fall back down. I don't mind making money off this investment. But my mind isn't just about making money off the investment. My mind is in the long term for the Iraqi people. For 30 years, they've been dealing with this crap. For 30 years, they've been dealing with corruption. For 30 years, they've been dealing with ISIS and terrorist groups going in there, militia groups, people screwing with their country, people using their country as the centerpiece for war. The United States and Iran fighting over control of the country. It doesn't belong to neither one of them. So my focus right now is on the Iraqi people. I want to trust that the experts out there are doing the right thing. If they're saying we cannot do it right now because it's not the right time, I want to trust that their judgment is correct and that, again, they have the Iraqi people in mind when they're doing the work, unlike when Maliki was in office and he screwed everybody over. Thoughts and prayers are with you, Nader, and your family. We're hoping for you, brother. We really are. And once this is all settled, come on over here or how I'll go out there and we'll sit down and have a drink together. I would love that. We need some more videos, my friends. Talking to Nader. Yep. Pimpy says, I made a video just for you. Please listen to it. I did. I heard it and I responded. Yeah, again, everybody, if you've not had a chance to listen to Nader's video, just click him right here and it'll take you to his YouTube channel. He's just a gentleman who lives over there in Iraq, expressing his own opinion and he's giving you insight on what's going on over there with the Iraqi people. How do I know if my dinar is not counterfeit? Well, there's all kinds of security measures on there. So if you have bought the Iraqi dinar and you want to know if you have a counterfeit bill or not, well, one, be very careful about buying anything on Amazon or anything on eBay. There's always a risk involved there. If you buy it off a legitimate currency exchange, they're going to guarantee it. So that's something to think about. But here are some different security features that are on the dinar that you could look for. There's a watermark that has a horse head. So if you hold it up, this picture right in here should be a horse head. If you use an ultraviolet light, you should be able to put it on here and you'll see in these windows, that will glow the denomination's value. You have a color changing symbol. So there are all kinds of things you could look on the dinar to make sure that it's legitimate. What I would do is just research the security features of your dinar and it'll tell you what to look for, and then hold it up in the light and check it underneath the blue light, purple light, whatever you need to do just to make sure. Also, you can take it into your bank. They have what's called a deluge machine that checks for counterfeit bills. Yo, Pimpy, what's next for you on YouTube? Are you going to continue doing the same stuff as usual? Because I can't tell you, I'm getting bored of it and I'm about to move on. But I'm just one person and I'm sure you don't really care. You just keep being you. But for me, I'm done. I'll see you, bro, on the other side. Well, I'll check you out later, Eddie. Appreciate you stopping by. Me the same things. No, I continue to do what I can to bring up updates and educate individuals who don't know any better. This way, then, on their own, they can make wise decisions. There's many different subjects I talk about, but there are main ones that people care about. Whenever I hear anything new and exciting that I think people could benefit from, investment-wise, I will bring it up, because nothing would make me more happier to bring some information to individuals. They take that information, act on it, and next thing you know, they're set for life, or they're living very comfortably because of the information. That's the greatest gift I think anybody can have. Okay, Pimpy, now you have to comment on Nader's message to you. Yeah, I did. Bro, an RV is waiting for so long, hopefully RV soon. Yeah, again, don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't want it. I do, but I'm just a realist. I read as much information as possible that's out there. I guarantee I'm a lot more educated on this subject than other people are. So based on my knowledge as far as it is, I would just give you my opinion after researching and doing an analysis on what I read. We love Iraq. Yeah, that's one of my places. That's on my bucket list. I really want to go to Iraq. Pimpy, check out Nader's last post. I have to check out the post. People keep telling me. I have seen the video, but I will read the post. Remember the RI will be better. Be Pimpy rich. Yeah, I understand that RI will be. You guys are misunderstanding what I'm saying. It's not that I don't want an RI. It's not that I think an RI wouldn't be better. It would. What I'm saying is, realistically, it's unlikely. Just because of the shock that it would put to the economy, and it could damage the dinar, the currency itself, as well as the economy. And you don't want that to happen. You have to just be very careful about what you're doing. I have no idea what the hell I was just saying here. My apologies. I don't understand what this means. As a matter of fact, I'm not even sure what language that is. Nader said I'm off my rocker. I don't think that's what he said, but he could have been. That's all right. Some people do think I'm off my rocker. I'm off my rocker. I think Iraq will change the rate because they want to. I'm very practical, Pimpy. If you're very practical, I don't think they can just change it just because they want to. There's a lot of other factors involved. So be a lot more practical. How about that? If you're not going to change it, why is it an issue? Well, it's an issue. I don't think there's an issue at the moment, other than the fact that it appears that Al-Qadimi's administration wanted to make absolutely sure that they fixed the wrongs of the past and get Iraq back on track. The video that I released today not only lays out how the dinar rate affects people who own business outside of Iraq and created companies in Iraq, or individuals who started a business within Iraq and have to deal in Iraq, and as well as what's really going on between Sadr and Maliki, because it's a good article. So I did a video on that and released it. Hopefully, I had a chance to check it out. 77.7 thousand subscribers. Yes, and I'm grateful to every one of you. Like I said, when I first started this channel, I didn't think I was going to get more than 200 subscribers. So I'm very grateful. Thank you. Hi, thank you. You're very welcome, and hi right back. What's this skimpy peanut butter feature? Good Lord. That is now an ongoing joke inside the comments now, not just here on videos, but inside the group. Somebody's asking me, is there such a thing as a Pimpy Skippy peanut butter? I was like, no, but there needs to be. That was funny. Crypto cash. Stop scamming people about dinar. That's 20 years, 30 years ago, people. And never coming back. Well, I don't know what you mean by never coming back. What isn't coming back? Exactly. The dinar, it's back. They use it. That is their currency. So if you don't mind, be more specific. That would be awesome. But again, I see you're more invested in the cryptos, so I can understand where that biasness comes from. And let's hear the people respond. Now, they actually had a parliament on it today. So drink a big, tall glass of shuddy. Drink a tall glass of shuddy. That is good. You're living under a rock. If you believe that, crawl out and read the history book. This is more real than the future of crypto that has no history but a hope. Yeah, both investments are real and both have risk involved, like any other investment that's out there. But really what you're playing with is the probabilities. Now, crypto people can always go, look, Bitcoin was here and it went all the way to there, and they can name out all these different types of cryptocurrencies that increased it, 1,000,000% in value, and it created a lot of millionaires. And congratulations to them. But the real question is, what is the long term for cryptocurrencies? Is it a reality? Will they be around, or will governments prevent them from existing any longer? Yeah, everybody knows, if you listen to my videos, I have a long list of concerns when it comes to cryptocurrencies. But I do have a small exposure to them. I do hold cryptocurrencies. We come down here and there's a Big Mike. Look at, hey, he's right. The RV is a hoax. Yeah, I mean, I don't get that. Here's the thing: when people say the RV is a hoax, that the comment itself doesn't make sense. You have to explain why it is that you think it's a hoax, because the RV is not a hoax. We actually saw an RV take place on December of 2020. They RV'd the dinar. They went ahead and depreciated it, is what they did. So you can't say the RV is a hoax. The RV happens. So anyways, you're going to have a lot of people on here respond to that. You guys just go down there and check them out yourself. Crypto Cash, Pimpy, what a bad name.
Not bad, meaning bad, but bad, meaning good. There it is.
I'm old school like that. That's it for now. You guys hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I catch you later. I'm out.